cutting my hair. Got to do some maintenance. And I figured I'd chop it up while I'm on here. Back to my age. 2024 entrepreneurship. That's the topic for today. I want to talk about barbers to start now. But you see me in here cutting my own hair. I've been cutting my hair for about roughly 10 years. When I moved up to South Carolina and I went to go to a barber, I was being open, figuring everybody who owns a barber shop know how to cut. That wasn't the case. Dude patched me up. So I went home and had to perfect it. And from then, I kind of never went back to the barbers. Also, the prices started to go up, of course, around, I think, like 2019, 2020. Started paying like $20, $25, get a haircut like you used to in the older days. Now you're paying like $50, $75, $100 for a haircut. That's crazy. But I ain't there to knock nobody. Everybody got a business to run. It's hard for me to, put that in my recurring budget, because typically people go get haircuts once a week, and I can't imagine paying $75 per week. That's light bills or water bill or something. That's a whole payment. That's a car payment for somebody. But over the years, I learned how to, shave, of course, my beard. I should be able to know how to do that. And also, cut my hair. As you can see right now, I'm working on this fade here, like bald faded here, and then, sharpen up my beard. And I'm gonna keep it pretty, I wanna keep my top dark. And also I gotta, of course, line up the edge. Gotta do all the works. This is if I was at a shop, it'd probably be like a $100 job or $75. They call it enhancements. They get the either like hair fibers or of course, I'm pretty sure y'all seen this by now. People go paint their whole head or whatever. I don't do all that. I just, keep myself looking far by just touching up areas that, need be. But man, anybody give me some insight on this? If one of you guys are a barber, let me know what's the scoop on a $75 haircut versus a $25 haircut, back in, let's say, 10 years ago. 'Cause it's crazy. It is crazy. I get sometimes, materials, equipment, all that stuff has increased over time, just like with any business. Especially like, of course, I got a landscape business, zero turns and hand trimmers, all that stuff. It used to be $200-$300. Of course, that stuff has came way more over the years with inflation. So I get it. Certain things do go up in cost. But haircuts, service-based business where you're in the same position, I can get it if, like, let's say the rent went up on the building and y'all got to pay more. We get it. A slight increase, but I felt like it on double, triple over the last 10 years, which is crazy to me. So salute to everybody out there getting their bag with that haircut game. They almost made me become a barber. Almost. But had to go invest me some clippers and invest me some time so I can, keep myself up on a weekly basis without, spending $300 a month on a haircut. Some people pay more than that. But 2024, man, it's been I feel like prices haven't dropped yet on the stuff that they say are supposed to decrease on. I'm talking gas, groceries, the basic necessities. So in reality, if you got a business, you got to increase your price. if it's a service-based business, especially if you mobilize, you got a vehicle, you got equipment, etc., all this stuff, oil, all that stuff has went up. So what I've been focusing on lately is customer retention, because being that all the prices and things like that are going up, I feel like people who can't afford certain types of services, versus the people who can, they're gonna want exceptional customer service. Like, are you going above and beyond? Are you, giving them the tailored attention that they need? So I've been focusing on churn. I want to make sure my churn rate is low, meaning I don't have customers dropping off each year, because it costs so much more to acquire a customer nowadays. So if you got good relationships given, with your customers, they're going to continue to tell people about your business or whatever. So in reality, I feel like that's an organic way to grow, versus, of course, putting out marketing dollars, which you're eventually going to have to do if you're trying to grow a business bigger than, what it is or whatever. You're going to have to invest something. But a lot of people are like, I just grow by, word of mouth, etc. Yeah, that's a given. You're supposed to grow like that. But in the same token, you still got to be able to put yourself out there in an organic way to, market to people who don't know about your business, because everybody don't know it. Just because you came up with a business, that don't mean, Sally across town or John on the other side of the bridge know about it, So I've been trying to be on the back end of creating content specifically for my business, so people have a understanding of what the offers that I have for my business, and understand I'm not like a volume-based business, so they feel like they're getting that personalized attention versus, larger companies. They don't have time to, dial into the details. They're performing at volume. Sometimes they're able to, operate at a lower cost, which as a small business, it's a little bit more of a challenge to just, offer a cheap price just because that's what the big dogs are doing. But anywho, anybody got any questions? Let me see if any questions popping up on here. So far. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up in the comment section or something. Let me know you can hear me, because the phone is a little bit away from me. So another thing that I've been looking at lately to try to improve my customer retention is basically one of the things I feel like it was where it started at is communicating with the customer, as far as if it's a one-off service that I'm offering, as far as, a recurring service that I'm offering that I do annually, like I do with one of my businesses. Not just communicating with them during that part of the season, but also communicating with them through the off season. I feel like everybody can do a better job at, letting their customer know that, they're thinking about them in a sense, appreciate them, doing business with them, and also that also leaves open communication for them to address anything that they need at those times, because they feel like they're building that rapport with you. So many things that you kind of can focus on throughout the customer communication piece. So I've been trying to put together tools that I can use, because it's one thing you can text somebody, you can email them and stuff like that, but if you got a system that can do all that stuff for you, man, it makes you being able to accomplish these things a little bit more, accessible, because it can be a piece of work when you're putting a customer through a journey of just, from the time that you onboarded them to, communicating with them about the process of doing projects, etc. You can be all over the place sometimes. Just wanted to make sure I'm getting some videos, some content out there, at least be able to communicate with you guys, because it's been a minute, but I've been working. Sometimes I duck off and I go into study mode, because sometimes when you think you know everything, and you know enough about something, you realize you don't know nothing. It's like you always got to kind of be a student to, the growth and the change. Over the last 10 years, man, technology and where things have gone from where they were, it's changing. It's changing rapidly. I'm pretty sure a person 10 years ago didn't imagine we'll be where we at with technology nowadays. Of course, we got AI and all these other things. Like, I feel like the people who don't adapt to that are gonna get left behind when it comes to what they're able to accomplish versus somebody who's utilizing all of these different types of tools and services that can get it done for a fraction of the price. Like, I feel like in the market of technology and business growth, the people who are tapped into incorporating systems are the ones who are going to be, the future. They're going to thrive, But then, there's people who are also, like, on the flip side. I'm gonna plug this one in there. There's a company I work with called Simply Noted, right? Simply Noted is basically a company that sends out handwritten letters to clients or prospects or whatever. It can be a thank you letter. It can be, happy holidays or whatever. But it's a handwritten letter. I say that because you probably receive like a handwritten letters in the mail at times. And the chances of you opening a handwritten letter versus actually a regular piece of mail, like something you receive that, is printed or whatever, you're going to look at that customization of that product. You're going to be like, okay, this looks like somebody actually wrote this directly to me. What is it? So the open rate on that is 98%, 99% of the time, basically. Somebody's going to open that letter just out of curiosity. And those impressions count. So imagine if you're able to find your target demographic for your business, and you're like, man, I was too busy to, put out 5 rounds of flyers when I was working in this area, but I really want to, reach the other customers because I know they can afford my service, they've seen my work, etc. Now you got a way to kind of reach out to them, and them having an idea of who you are, and they're going to see it. And it's just a way to build an impression, but that's one way. But also with the services that I've been doing for homeowners, I send them a thank you letter, a thank you note, and they really feel like it's directly for me. When I didn't sit down and write it, I just used a software to create it, for a fraction of the price, saving me time, etc. I just hit a button. This thing has all of my information about my client, or what I'm trying to message them, and boom, send it over to them. Stuff like that, I feel like helps with churn. I'm trying to reduce the churn, because a lot of customers dropping off year after year, and then because it just costs so much to gain a new customer. I feel like that's something we don't even think about. I'm trying to keep the ones I got versus chase the new dollar. Let's see if we got any questions in here. Why not pay someone to cut you? Isn't your time more valuable? Yeah, time is more valuable, but the cost of, to get a haircut nowadays for like the style that I'm going for, you see this? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a little work. I got my Andes, my T-liners. I got some work to do up here and all that there, but yeah, I could pay somebody to do it. It's just I can't justify that within my budget. You know what I'm saying? Mr. What's hard about money? You ought to understand budgeting is very a thing. So if it's not a necessity to me, and this is a necessity, but I just want to do it at a more affordable cost. I actually have the time to do this versus there's a few reasons why I don't go to a shop too. It's like nowadays You can't even just walk in the barbershop and sit down and say, hey, I want a cut. Nah, it's 2024. Do you have an appointment? Who you got an appointment with? And then they got like so many more people ahead of you. Like, oh no, I feel like it all became to like celebrity status. Like, you got to be a certain person spending a certain dollar to even get into a barbershop. It's like, bro, I ain't got time for that. I'm a normal human being, and I'm trying to just get a haircut. So I ain't gonna spend X amount of dollars to, get this style of haircut that I'm going for, overpay, and then not to say I ain't a generous person, but typically when I used to go get my haircut for like 20, 25 bucks when I was going to a barber, I took my barber 15 bucks, 20 bucks, you know what I'm saying? Because I appreciate what they're doing versus nowadays when it's being forced, it just feel like, I don't know, like the price is already too high. When I feel like when the value, this is a sales thing, when the price of the service is, how can I word this? I just don't see the value in it. in short, I don't see the value in paying 75 bucks per cut, just to say I can do that when I can do just as good a job and get the result that I'm looking for the fraction of the price, despite it not, saving me the time. I have time to do this. So, hope that answered your question. Definitely a skill set. I feel like it took over time, like a couple mess ups, but I'm actually checking out the back right now. Got to work on that fade back there. Definitely a process though. What's going on? Got some more questions? Let's talk about entrepreneurship. My name is Robert. Been an entrepreneur for since I can remember. I feel like it's the little times that we don't calculate that we became an entrepreneur. Like, for instance, when I was raised behind a flea market. So at 12 years old, 11 years old, I was collecting Pokemon cards. What I used to do is I got my little portfolio of my favorites, holographics, first editions back then. And I went to the flea market and I seen where the people was buying like cards that I pull up on them after they walk away from that booth with my little book and say, hey man, I know you was over there looking at this, but I got it for 20 bucks. Boom. Matter of fact, I got 2 for 30. What we doing? So I was a hustler at a young age, but that's early entrepreneur stages. And then of course when I used to work at shoe stores, so a couple of my first jobs working at Foot Action, Foot Locker, Kids Foot Locker. Of course they gave you commission. You made sales on selling like cleaners and brushes and stuff to keep the shoes clean and stuff like that. I thrived in that area. I was hired as a stocker, so I was always in the back. But when I started getting in front of customers and having conversations, just, selling different shoes, selling different packages for our socks and stuff like that, I began to like it. Like, for instance, the Timberlands, where you go get the cleaner to keep that stuff clean. I used to sell those like hotcakes, getting a little, I think it was like 10%, 8% commission or something like that. But early stages of entrepreneurship. Got any more questions? I relate this to like hedge trimming. You gotta sometimes when you got a big old hedge, big old bush, sometimes you gotta step back, look and see, you know what, is that lined up right? Boom, boom, boom. Same thing with cutting your hair a little bit. Is paying attention to the details. That baby in there going ham. Baby girl, man, she keeps us busy. My wife got me this thing right here. I don't know if it's here where you put it on the mirror and it keeps all your hair. I try to use it, but when you gotta cut the back of your hair, stuff like that, and you gotta twist, turn, etc., it kind of be in the way. So I don't have it on. I just have to clean up a lot of hair when I'm done. And y'all know how the wife feel about leaving hair everywhere. So I got a little work to do after I'm done here. In the meantime, I'm getting old, man. I'm 35. Look at the hairline, man. It's receding in the corner. I ain't gonna be the guy who's spraying on the whole head now, because there's people around here that spray on the whole beard, whole head. Like, but I did. I am gonna touch it up because that's something that I can actually blend pretty good without painting myself per se. I do use hair fibers though. This right here is hair fibers. It's different than the paint. It's like dust. Let me see if I can show you. It's like dust. I don't know if you can see that. See that stuff? It's like powdered, like little dust, but it's little particles that kind of hold it on, and keep your. It looks natural versus that paint. That paint, boy, you can tell when somebody got that paint. So it's different levels to it. This is something that when you go to the barber, you probably pay $85 for a haircut. Typically people used to just be artistic. Like the barber that I used to have in Florida, I can't use no enhancements, none of that stuff. And I used to be as sharp as can be, etc. Given it was, years ago, but man, I feel like people have gotten away from, regular haircuts to the point where, they can cheat when they're using like paint. They don't have to be as good because the defineness and stuff of the hairline is being kind of hidden, and you won't know until like I guess days later, or if you're doing reoccurring, weekly haircuts. It's kind of one of those things that's kind of easy to hide, but they use like either paint or whatever. But I feel like it takes away from the art of actually cutting. So that's just my thought process. But let's chop it up though, y'all. Where you at? Ask me some questions. I'm here to talk about some type of entrepreneurship, where I've been, what's been going on, but kind of like to answer questions sometimes versus just spilling beans. I have been working on a website development over the last, few years. Anybody don't know, I went to college for computer science, and at a young age I always had a heart for technology, and I found myself in web design because I have a business now, and I'm fascinated with it. There's so many different levels to it. I try to utilize it to continue to help my business grow and stuff like that. just because it's just so much new stuff being implemented out there. Just trying to keep, not just necessarily keep up, but make sure I stay consistently relevant. You know, content creation though, it's a big deal. I feel like it's almost a necessity for every business when it like come to engaging content, like video content for a business, or just post style content. All of it is necessary nowadays. And there's so many different platforms. You got LinkedIn that you can utilize. You have Facebook you can utilize. You got Instagram. You got TikTok. You got Pinterest. Of course, you got Google. There's so many different platforms you can use, and you can easily get caught up in the weeds of not knowing which one to utilize. So I think, like I said, there's people that's utilizing systems that kind of manage all of them. But my thought process is to put full effort in on like two of them, at least two. You don't need to go crazy and try to dominate on every platform. But it's definitely becoming more of a thing. People are checking those for reviews and people who are satisfied with your service already, versus just going just because you exist. Yeah. Come along. Step out. I'm good. What's going on? What's going on? I'm over here getting my edges back, man. Don't judge me. See that? That's without paint. That's fibers. It's a difference. I'm using these hair building fibers right here on top it to try to, of course, get that. Got to get my edge sharp. Versus, there's some people out there they'll spray on the whole head, like whole edge, whole beard. No. And it look like paint. This don't look like paint at all. This is like a natural flow, to keep your edge looking sharp and stuff. But just trying to make sure I keep everything sharp without paying, $300 a cut. It's a new day and age. Any questions? I'm been talking about entrepreneurship and just business systems today. Haven't been posting too much content about, lawn care for the most part because, we're transitioning out of the lawn care landscape season. And reality, I'm a business owner, and there's many other hats that I wear besides, of course, just, especially mowing the lawn and just doing landscaping. So many more hats I wear. I'm a father, my husband, and of course, business owner. So I'll be busy. I'll be busy. Been trying to get back into my hobbies lately, man. I've been trying to get into golfing and pickleball. I need to schedule a date and actually get out to one of these places, try to play the sports, because one of the things I kind of like to take on new activities like that because, for one, I like to be competitive, and also that's also where my ideal clients for one of my business hang out at as well. But I've been getting back into fishing. I took my son fishing for the first time like about a month ago. Then I took my daughter fishing like a few weeks after. And then I'm trying to get my wife out. But they, get everybody out fishing, man, because show them exactly what I enjoy doing. And also, I feel like it's a life skill. Teach a family how to hunt, you know what I'm saying? It's hunting at the end of the day. I want my boy to be able to know how to change a tire, catch a fish, etc. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't gonna know that if I ain't actually taking him doing it. I don't want to just go to some type of marina or something and they show, given we might do something like that, but I know how to fish. I'm from Florida. I do some saltwater fishing. Shouts out to Hood Fishing. Hood Fishing Entertainment. He from my hometown. He out there bad, getting it in. He's just getting back online and doing some more content creation, which is real cool. Good to see him back out there because he was MIA for a few months after his incident. Got any questions? Talking about, business, entrepreneurship. That's really a conversation while I'm cutting my hair because I've been MIA. Look at the edge. He's back. He's back, y'all. He is back. And I did my own fade. I still got some work to do. I can see it back there. Got to fade that down a little bit more, but coming along. And I didn't spray anything on my beard, so it's just natural. I'm not spraying anything in it because my beard growing pretty good, so I try to keep my hair dark with my beard dark, and I like to fade the sides. That's just the look I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? Yep. How's business been going for y'all lately, man? How's business been going? How's that entrepreneurship been for you since 2024? We coming up on third quarter. How the year been treating you? Don't be shy. It's okay. You can comment. The thing tricky about this beard thing is sometimes you can't see how sharp it is or whatever. And then I'll get in front of the wife and she'll be like, "You missed the spot, blah, 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 blah." Thing about looking at a mirror, you can't really see when you're looking up and you put your head up. So been cutting my hair for a minute. I learned a few little tips to, get myself on track, keep myself on track. What's going on? What's going on? Just over here cutting and having an entrepreneur conversation. Got any questions or comments? Leave them in the comment section. Just trying to share my time right now because it's something I got to do anyways, you know? And I've been MIA. I be going someplace and I be seeing dude's beard be super sharp. I be like, jeez. I be like, man, who cut them? But then, and I found out when they started doing all these, you know, you got these paint artists, you know, I figured out how they have it so sharp. But I do use some stuff. I don't use paint. I use hair fibers, like I was saying before. Hair fibers look a little bit more natural, but it don't look like paint. You know, if you don't abuse it, it just makes your natural hair kind of blend better, keep your edge looking sharp, etc. Like those bare spots people have when they hairline receding. I'm getting old, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's receding. I seen DJ Khaled and Fat Joe got a new video, I think, what it's called Paradise. And at the end of the video, they promoting a product called, I think it's called Rewind, because DJ Khaled, y'all know, he be super sharp. But he promoting a product called Rewind. And you can imagine this. And it basically got him on it with his beard and stuff. I thought it was funny though. At the end of the day, hey man, everybody trying to, you know, keep themselves out. But I thought it was a pretty neat idea. I came out with that. You need to be shy about it, people using it. What questions you got for me, guys? I'm just here trying to cut my hair and have a conversation. Got some work to do there. I'm in the process of testing out a new CRM right now. You guys don't know what a CRM is a customer relationship management system, it's software. I've had a few over the years. I've been working along trying to, you know, utilize them for different things. Specifically for the one that I'm using right now, it's really going to help me with a missing piece that I've had for some time with retaining my customers, because you know it ain't a big deal when you get customers that drop off, because you know people move and stuff like that. So given customers are gonna, you know, drop off, but when it's like a decision being made as far as like, you know, they just say, hey, we can't afford service or something like that, or you know they just drop off and say we're not going to go with service this year, and you know, and you not know why. Like this software that I'm using now, I think it'll help cultivate those relationships and help me foresee those things before they happen by being able to give these clients like questionnaires to where I can measure where the progress and where the fails are at within, you know, our relationship. 'Cause sometimes I feel like customers, if they do have a problem, sometimes they won't tell you directly. So you won't know if you don't ask, if they don't say anything and stuff like that. So trying to just cultivate better relationships with the customers, I feel like you know, is what's, you know, gonna keep these customers coming back year after year. Because when they dropping off and you happen to find a new customer, I feel like it's costing you more um, to stay in business, because it's a whole new property, a whole new customer, and you got to rebuild. And if you've had a customer for, let's say, 2 years or a year or so, you don't want them dropping off. You want to be able to prevent that churn, that customer retention. You want to keep them coming back. Because one thing for sure is death and taxes. The bills coming, boy. They are coming. And to be able to afford those, you got to have consistent, reoccurring revenue. And that's a fact. Any questions? Any questions? What's going on? What's going on? Over here doing some maintenance. Over here doing some maintenance. They ain't lawn maintenance. Personal maintenance. Trying to keep myself looking the part so I can present myself to the clients and things a bit better this week. Can't be going out there looking like Bushwick. That one, nah, it's blender. Where's my one? How am I doing so far, y'all? I got one a little bit too heavy over here. I need to clean it off and do it over. been reading a few books over the last few weeks. I would say a few of my favorites. I've been listening to Dan Martell. He got a good one. Buy Back Your Time. That's the most recent one. But I like a lot of Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan. Those are two of my favorite authors at this point. Talk a lot about entrepreneurship, personal development, and stuff like that. It's kind of intertwined to an extent, but I know. Try to read stuff to help keep me grounded and focused on where I'm going versus where I'm at. It's a reoccurring thing. Never feel like I got it all figured out. There's always something that can be learned. What I've been struggling with, though, I would say, is finding people that have similar interests as far as in the entrepreneurship space and, have similar goals. Surrounding yourself around like-minded people, that's a struggle. Big struggle. Big struggle. I got a family, I got a daughter, she keeps us busy, she's in band. My son, he plays soccer. Got a 1-year-old and a wife. There's a lot to try to balance out, so of course, usually when you align with people with similar mindsets and stuff like that, usually they have similar things going on that you guys can relate on, and they understand how to balance those things out. But it can be a challenge, I can say that for a fact. Getting there. She's going wild in there, ain't it? What's going on? I'm good. I think I'm good. What's going on? What's going on?